Picture this. You're in a dungeon, in a castle that's haunted. Help. The murder sheds.
Kind of not real.
Okay.
Spectacular.
Wow. Hi everyone. My name is Annika. That is Mike.
Surprise!
Your hair's something else.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Hey!
It's spooky season.
And we know what that means. Pumpkin spice latte, Halloween, ghost stories, maybe some s'mores. Who doesn't love a good s'more? If you haven't noticed, we are wearing costumes because this is our Halloween episode.
Being spooky season, this is actually a very highly requested video from the Pie Messiah. So shout out to you. So in their relationship, Aaron and Gracie, they talk a lot about how there's this very big point of contention that he would absolutely want to live in a haunted house. And Gracie said,
She said no.
absolutely not.
He said that she's only allowed to show them homes if they were previously haunted.
He was like, if you're walking around showing me houses that I can't literally feel the spook, you're fired, and I don't want to work with you ever again. And Gracie's like, if you walk me into a house that is haunted and you know that it's haunted, you're fired.
As far as I'm concerned, it's an opportunity for me. Aaron, hit me up. I'll be happy to help you find a haunted house. I'm excited. Do you have to disclose if a house is haunted?
No. If you're selling your home in the state of Texas, you do not have to disclose if you know that it's haunted. I mean, I guess you also don't have to disclose if you don't know that it's haunted. But you can knowingly believe that it's haunted and not disclose it when you're selling your home.
If I were to search for a haunted home, I wouldn't even know where to begin because there's no like search feature
Right.
for like currently occupied by spirits or something.
No, I feel like you literally have to just bring a medium with you to every showing
It's a
and
thing.
be like, what do you feel?
That should be a new part of our realtor kit. I'll have like snacks and like MLS sheets and a Ouija board.
That's horrifying. That's inviting some bad vibes.
You have a really negative connotation with this. I think ghosts, it's an opportunity to make more friends.
I don't have a negative connotation. You have to know, are they a friend or are they a foe? That is the first question anyone should ask upon thinking that perhaps their home is haunted.
Okay, but when you meet a stranger, are you instantly going onto the like, he might be a foe? Like,
Well,
you
is the
greet
stranger dead? If he were, I might guess he's a foe.
I'm just saying, when I meet people, living or not, I just assume, maybe I just see the best in people, but I gotta think that they're probably gonna start off with a friend before they make themselves apparent as a foe.
Would you live in a haunted house?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would. You know what?
Knowingly?
Knowingly, yeah. Depends on the level of haunting, right? Like I gotta make friends with the guy first. That I could, you know what? I'll spend the option period inside the home, so that way I can really find out if this ghost is a friend of mine.
Because you have to ask friend or foe, so you agree.
But I'm saying 10 days stuck in a home together is enough time for anybody to figure out if they're a friend or a foe.
Find out, are you a good roommate?
They're never gonna leave the place messy.
That's true.
Well, I guess they could.
Actually, yes, they would. I swear, if something fell off a shelf.
I guess they could also be using up all the water. That would be a dick move for a ghost to just turn on all the hot water before you get home, so you get home and you can't take a warm shower.
What's a petty ghost?
Honestly, it's a prankster ghost, and I'm here for it.
That would be someone that you'd be friends with. A petty ghost.
Have you ever lived anywhere that you thought was haunted?
I did not live anywhere myself, but I know people that have. One of my best friends grew up in a haunted house, hardcore haunted house. Saw people, knew people, were friends and foes with people. So there's that one. Also, my brother had told me about a time where he was like downstairs with one of his friends and he heard someone walking upstairs. Oh, little brother's home upstairs running around. Like an hour later, the little brother comes walking in from outside. And they're like, how'd you get out there? What are you doing? And he's like, what are you talking about? I've been gone. So then they're like, well, the house was empty. Who was that? It's like, I haven't personally lived one, but I feel like everybody knows someone who has lived in a haunted house, has a experience, something like that. Have you?
Yeah, definitely. One of my best friends growing up, I'll just put it out there, the previous owner took their own life in the home, and they stuck around, I feel. We'd be sitting there and the front door would just fly open. My friend's little brother, was like 4 or 5 at the time, say he'd see people, like, hey, who's out in the kitchen right there? The man in the suit. Like,
No.
ain't no man in suits over here. That's a ghost. So that was cool. I also did, once upon a time, go to Ireland on a little trip with my mom. And we did stay at Kinnitty Castle, which is supposedly the most haunted castle in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, super rad. There's tons of stories I can tell about it. We were in the restaurant, which is in the old dungeon underneath the castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting in the back.
So,
it's just my mom.
totally safe. No big deal.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You're in a dungeon, in a castle, that's haunted.
Anyway, so it's just my mom and I. There's no other people sitting in this section. We're drinking our waters, and I'm running low on water. And I tell the waitress, hey, can you bring me some more water? And she says, absolutely. And by the time she comes back, my glass is full.
No.
And I didn't even realize it. I was drinking when she showed back up. And she's like, oh, who filled your water? I was like, I thought you did. She goes, no, I just got back. My dad tells me it's ghost pee. And I really don't have any evidence to disprove that.
That was my first thought, but I didn't want to say it.
If you have a better theory, let me know in the comments below. Typically, you can logic your way out of most hauntings,
Right.
but I don't have an answer for that.
That's a weird one. It's weird. I definitely don't have any first-hand experience myself, which I am thankful for and do not wish upon me in any way. Thank you.
I hope you get to experience a friendly ghost.
What does a friendly ghost do? Just fill your water?
Yeah.
What are other things friendly ghosts do?
Hydrate or die.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
They don't want you to end up like they did. Maybe they died from dehydration. And they want to save everyone around them that they find a good soul, and they just found me a good soul.
A good soul. Well, that's a possibility, I suppose. But it's crazy because literally, so 1 in 4 Americans would say that they currently live in a haunted house. Which I'm like, are you telling me that 25% of homes are haunted at least? Because, those other 75% just aren't very in tune and they're not sensing it or...
So it could be more.
Right.
So it could be 50%.
That's a lot.
We're talking deaths, native burial grounds. We're talking... I guess that's it. But yeah, those are 2 pretty big things.
Those are 2 pretty big. That's true. So you don't have to disclose if your house is haunted. You also don't have to disclose if anyone died on the property unless it was like a
massacre,
bloody murder. But any other death on the property, a seller does not have to disclose. So I'm like, there's so many possibilities here, and I do see how it could be more than 25% of homes. But that seems like a wild number. I mean, everyone knows somebody.
Everybody knows somebody. And then you always have that one friend who's like, that's not a ghost. It's the AC dripping or whatever.
Look.
Well, you should have had us sell your house and we would have gotten an inspection done. And
Oh, I did have something happen one time myself that I thought was wild, and I don't have an explanation for it. I was at my sister's house, and I was living there for a little while, and the entry door closet right next to it, kind of like a coat closet situation. The closet, there's a lock on the outside. I hate locks on the outside of closets. It's like the creepiest vibe I've ever seen. And the light in the closet would turn on randomly all the time, and it was right next to my bedroom. And so the light would turn on randomly all the time and turn off on its own. No, it's not.
I think it's cool.
It would turn on and off on its own, and I was like, this is horrifying. I don't want to open the closet and turn off the light because you know exactly what kind of light it was.
Pull string.
Yes.
Knew
just a light bulb with a pull string, turning on and off on its own. And then, this is where it gets worse, is after I moved out, my sister said that it never happened again.
What?
I said, oh, so the light bulb just like burnt out. It was super weird and just like, it went out finally. She's like, nope.
Cool. Lights still work. She's the one that brings the bad spirits around. Either they thought she was negative.
Or maybe they thought I was a friend.
Or they tried to prank a friend. Any sort of weird things like that during showings?
I have felt really weird walking into a house before. I walked into a house, vibes are low. I don't feel great walking around this house. I'm like, I don't really want to be in here very much. And my clients felt it too. So it's not just me. They're like, this doesn't feel
Was it
right.
like unspoken? Like you both said it individually after the showing, and you were like, yeah, I felt that too.
I just said it like in the house. It was like that strong, kind of. So we were.
That's what brings the bad spirits out. You can't insult them in their home.
Oh, well, we left. So we were fine, I guess. But that was, I mean, nothing super creepy or weird for me. But I have seen a lot of those freaking locks on the outside of closets.
Yeah.
And those are the worst vibes.
Or closets inside of closets. I've got 2 really creepy showings that I can talk about. One of which was a rental showing, which I feel like that should be in the description that there's some weird shit going on in there. You go into one of the bedrooms upstairs, and there was a closet.
Mm-hmm.
And you open up the closet and you walk in, and there's another door inside the closet. And some might think that's just a Texas basement, you know? Like a walk-in attic.
It's just an attic.
It's a Texas basement. I'm dumb. I went in there. And you walk in, and it was just like another pull string light, unfinished walls. And then I found another door, even less finished. It didn't even have walls. It was just like the ceiling, like actual attic space type thing. The other bedroom in that house also had a closet with another door inside the closet, but it was like taped off. Like they had like tape on all of the seams.
Like, was it like caution tape too? Or was it like duct tape? Like, really don't come in here?
It was like masking tape with like clear tape over it. It was weird.
They
Super
said,
weird.
do not enter.
Yeah, they said, we don't want you to see anything on the other side of the store.
I don't like that. Did you open it?
No. I didn't have enough tape to refinish the job. You know, it was like clearly like a tamper-proof seal.
Okay.
I like to think it might have been like a Sloth from the Goonies type situation.
I don't know what that is.
Comment below if you've seen the Goonies. Let her know that she needs to watch that. Anyway, the second home. And I sent you videos of this house.
Oh my god, I literally was like, get out, Mike, get out now, you still can.
Yeah, I shared my location with a few people because I was scared.
I was scared for you.
So I walk up to the house, park in the driveway, walk up. I go to the front door. It's got this huge security camera, like not even this slightly discreet. And then there was no lockbox.
And you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, this was in Backwoods Conroe.
And you're alone.
100% alone.
That's another thing. But, so, you were alone. I feel like that's an important piece to this story.
So I go to the back door where there's a lockbox. And I go in there and everything is just already weird. I open a closet under the stairs and there's like a server rack for like electronic servers.
Like in a computer lab?
Yeah, real weird shit. The railings for the stairs are on the floor. There was a doll hanging from one of the pull string lights.
Was it an old doll?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the most horrifying thing?
That's the least horrifying thing about this house. The primary, you walk into it, you take a left, and then there's like a little, looks like a doorway. It's like a false wall, and you go in, and it's like 2.5 foot wide, crawl space, but it's like standing room only, like all the way through the length of the wall.
Oh my god. And it like wasn't finished out. It was literally just like a hiding spot or something. Why is that there?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be there. I don't know why it exists.
I didn't feel too comfortable about that. But there are also like 3 sheds in the backyard, all locked with master locks.
You've got a man cave, you got a she shed, you've got a tool shed.
I don't think any of those things were happening except for the tools used to murder. The spray paint on the shed said, "Don't worry, be happy," which I felt was a red flag. And there was a master lock key in the lockbox, and I was tempted to go and look at it. The number one reason why I didn't, big ass spider web out front.
You're literally in a murder house with murder sheds.
I don't like spiders.
The spider is the deterrent. Me neither. I also wouldn't have done it.
That's that.
Well, that's horrifying though. Like, I'm glad I haven't been in that situation for sure.
But here's the thing. Still have the code. Halloween's coming up. If you want to go tour, let's check it out. Your safety in numbers. I survived by myself. You'll probably be fine.
Can you imagine if you went at night? A night showing of that house? That can't be good. I went to Fright Fest at Six Flags. That was horrifying. And I knew that they were real people. But they were scary too. And they'd sneak up on me and I thought that they were off scaring someone else. And then I literally was like looking around at one point. I was like, oh my oh my God, where are they? Where are they? I don't want to get scared. I don't want to get scared. And then I look directly in front of me, and I'm not kidding, like this far away from me.
Yeah.
Was someone who was like, ah! And I almost hit him in the face. So ghosts and I do not do well either, because also I can't see them, and that's a little bit more of a scary thing. But, so I would never live in a haunted house. I'd never buy one on purpose.
I wouldn't call it a deal breaker.
I feel like if I found out a house was haunted before buying it, I definitely wouldn't buy it. And if I found out a house was haunted after buying it, go ahead and sell it. Or I would burn it down.
Well, option 2 is arson. Here's PSA. Don't burn your house down.
I feel like you would burn a house down if you saw a spider, though.
Well, touche. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a happy and safe Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Eat all the candy, get all the cavities, keep those
Carve
dentists
some
in work.
pumpkins.
Carve some pumps. Go look at a pumpkin patch.